Hey everyone, Bill and Carrie here for KAV Treks.
Hello.
I hope you're doing okay. We are currently on the Disney Fantasy on a 7-day cruise, and quite often when we go on a cruise, people will, on Disney, people will say,
Again?
or they'll say, Disney, isn't that only for kids? No, 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 no. We are adults, childless adults, and we enjoy it, but there are plenty of adult activities and things that are areas for adults only, and so we thought we'd take a minute to show some of the adult only activities and areas that are played in. So right now we're in Europa, which is in deck 4 aft of the Disney Fantasy. This is adults only area, in the evenings at least. During the days there might have some trivia with some kids, but really you can go on the ship and see very few kids if you want to go hang out in the adult areas. There's adult pool, all that stuff. But Europa here, it represents several countries in Europe. We got Italy, France, Ireland, and England are represented in Spain.
Spain is represented in the restrooms.
Spain is actually my favorite because it's so funny, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, we're going to stop in Italy. First major intersection here that you're going to run into is La Piazza, which is supposed to be Italy. So what you see here is this is supposed to be a carousel, like that you see the horses, and in fact the horses are represented here. These are the saddles. So the bar stools are the saddles for the horses. Often they'll have trivia in here, or at night they'll have someone playing the piano or some other form of live music, violinist, whatever the case is. The ground here, this is supposed to be grass, so like you're on a nice grassy knoll and just enjoying your day. And this is also a great photo opportunity is they have a Vespa with a sidecar. You can get in and you have your photo taken with it. This is Gills. This is an Irish style pub off to the right of La Piazza as you walk in from midship. So there's an Irish style sports pub. This is where you can go to watch games if your team's playing. Of course they have shamrocks throughout, represented here in Ireland. They have the wood kind of feel with the green upholstery. So they try to make this look as much like an Irish pub as they could. In fact, it was too nice. So they came through here. They said, no, 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 this is too nice. This isn't like a Irish pub. So they came in here and they intentionally made some like damages like this. Looks like a cigarette burn or other marks to make it look like it's more lived in. And they intentionally made things rocky so you feel like you're in a used pub or an older pub in Ireland. Something else they did was they intentionally made these windows foggy because in Ireland or England, one way you could tell if it's a good pub is if it's foggy from the people outside, because outside of the moisture, and so you got a fog going. So they intentionally made these windows so that they would look foggy, so like it's a crowded place. And so you can get all kinds of drinks here, including beers on tap. Okay, so off from La Piazza is the Ooh La La area. This area here is supposed to represent France. If you're out here late, you can get some late night snacks. They'll have like some egg rolls or spring rolls, whatever. Over here, there's some seating area, kind of like cafe that you would have in France. We're gonna go inside Ooh La La. So Ooh La La is supposed to represent France, and just supposed to be a champagne bar. This quiet place to relax. They also have live music here on occasion on the piano, and they'll have champagne or wine tastings in here. If you want to do that, that's an additional cost. That's for 21 and over, but you only have to be 18 to come visit and be in this, because it's adult area 18 and over. Back over in this cafe area, designed to look like a cafe in France. Right here below this is cafe. It says 688. This is the ship number for the Disney Fantasy when it was in dock. So when they build the ships, they give them ship numbers because they haven't been designated names yet. So I'm coming off of, there's La Piazza, and here's Ooh La La. I'm gonna spin around here. This is the worst hallway on the entire ship. They do this intentionally because, as we talked about with Disney Secrets, this hallway is designed to help keep children from just wandering around because it's dark and kind of creepy, so kids don't want to go down there. People will go to La Piazza for trivia, and so because it's so dark and eerie kind of thing, kids don't want to go down that way, so it's a subconscious kind of a thing, so it's intentional, but it's a pain in the butt to walk through when the ship is swaying. We talked about the other areas represent different countries in Europe. The hallway here actually represents Spain. And so, where is Spain represented? Well, it's actually in the restrooms. Like here on the door, there's a matador. And then there's a matador on display. So another place is in this one men's room is another matador. And Disney claims this is the most Instagrammed bathroom on a ship and possibly on Disney property, except for one other restroom on Disney property. So can you guess what the most Instagrammed bathroom is in Disney property? You can pause it for a second because I'll tell you. It is the bathrooms at Tangled section of Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland. That is the most Instagrammed bathroom. Gonna walk through this hallway. It almost feels cavernous, like you're going through a cave to get through here. But again, this was all intentional. And this will come up to the tube. We're going to go on the tube. The tube is one of my favorite places on this ship. And there's a lot of storytelling here that I think is really neat and fascinating. For example, here on the entryway, this is to represent a bridge. And then the clock tower here, so this is to represent London fog. So that's why it's hard to see. All you can see is the silhouettes. As you walk into the tube, it's designed to look like the London Underground, or the tubes, which is their subway system. And so the seats look like subway cars with the seating. They got the straps here that you would hang on to as you ride. The carpeting here is supposed to represent the map system. The seats here represent push pins, like they would put on a map. In the booths, these numbers here, these dates don't really mean anything to you or I, but they might be birth dates for Imagineers who have created the ship. Maybe they're children's birth dates, things like that. The bar here is supposed to represent the clock tower in London, where Big Ben presides. So trivia, Big Ben is the name of the bell, not the tower. But this is supposed to represent the clock face where Big Ben resides. So the tube here is a nightclub at night for dancing. They also have a lot of adult shows, comedians, whatever the case is. There's children here right now because of the event, but after whatever time this becomes adults only, where they have the bar, and then, as I said, there's adult entertainment, trivia throughout the day. The left side as you walk in, there's a DJ booth and audio controls. This dance floor here lights up, and also above, this is supposed to represent the Union Jack, and it goes from red, white, and blue. According to the one tour, the light here is not exactly a pattern to the Union Jack. It's actually the American flag, but it's the same colors, and you really can't tell from the pattern. Again, that's according to someone who gave us a tour. Up on the stage here, they have a couple of the classic telephone booths from to represent England. In fact, you can even go in one of these and you can get your photo taken. On the opposite side of the room, in England, it's a common practice to have chairs in case royalty show up to your venue. And so they have these two chairs are the thrones for in case the Queen or the Prince and his princess show up. And then this is the royal seating area. So that's why it's got the crown here. And supposed to be their seating area in case, again, in case royalty decides to show up at your venue. This is a back entryway from Skyline Lounge. If you want to go to the tube to Skyline Lounge, we'll not go down there right now, but it's a back way, so you don't have to go out to the main corridor if you do not wish. In the back of the Europa area is the Skyline Lounge. So the Skyline Lounge is supposed to be designed to look like any type of penthouse apartment in Europe. They couldn't decide if there was a certain country they want to represent because they already had so many other countries represented. But they decided, let's make it look like a penthouse. And then these walls here are interesting because every 12 minutes they show a different city. Then on the wall here, I'm going to show you in a second, is the cities that are represented in those video screens. Coming from the one entrance to the right is the seated area, and up here these are the cities that are represented in the video screen. So let's see, it's supposed to be Paris, and that's London, Barcelona. This is Greece. I forget all of them. I'm really bad. I failed maps. And so these are just supposed to be like souvenirs that people have, if this was a penthouse, souvenirs people have collected from their travels. Display Budapest, I'm assuming that's one of the places on the board. Got a mock fireplace over here, just a light amber glow. Painting, supposed to be London, where you can see the clock tower with Big Ben. Easy to lose track of time in here without any windows. Something else that's interesting to note, we've not actually had drinks in here, but according to a tour that we did for the theme ship, or the theme tour, the menu have these like little iPads, and they rotate depending on the transition for the city that you're in. You can order from any of them, but they can flip for those different cities, so you can have a drink for each city that you're in. And if you do that, you can drink around the world. If you know what that term is for Epcot, you can drink around the world without having to move a step. So that's going to do it with our little tour of Europa, which is on deck 4 of the Fantasy in the aft. Just a good place to hang out.
It's fun. It's where we spend a lot of our time.
Yeah, we particularly spend it in the tube playing trivia and the adult-only entertainment and all that, but it's a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for this video. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
And you're watching KB Treks. Please do a favor. Like, share, and subscribe so we know we're out there. We know you're interested in these videos. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Good luck and have fun.
See ya.